5 total goals in the first half, 7 in the third quarter, but Temple's still in control over UMass Lowell, up 8-4 with 15 minutes to go. The Riverhawks offense has certainly come alive, but now they just can't seem to stop the Owls.
Yeah, when the Owls were able to get the ball down on their offensive end, we're definitely very efficient. Obviously, Amelia Wright coming alive has helped the Temple Owls offense immensely, but the biggest thing that has been hurting the Riverhawks has been the draw control, so they've been doing a great job with that in the third quarter and then finishing. So if they can continue that into the fourth quarter, they got a real shot to come back here.
At one point, down 6-0 in terms of draw controls, now only down 7-6 in that category.
That's definitely something, if you're UMass Lowell, you're very proud and happy of, and if you're on the Temple side, you're a little bit frustrated because it's something that was such a strength for you and throughout this game has now become quite the opposite.
And it's been very even for the Riverhawks. No one has more than 2. It's been the wings coming in to help. They've rotated who's actually taken the draw, and it's been a team effort. Pompey's shot, looking for the hat trick, denied.
And that's something you love to see. Obviously, you said about a goalkeeper coming in, getting her, being able to finally start after such a long career here. And what a great start to the year she's had. Had a couple goals let in that third quarter, but great job stopping that.
Hilbert gets a defensive stop, a takeaway. She just scored right before the end of the third quarter. Will she look for 2? No, she passes it away. UMass Lowell does already have as many goals today as it did against Yale on Wednesday. 4. Defensively, have done a much better job against Temple. 8 goals allowed compared to 14 against Yale, and they keep pulling it closer. UMass Lowell on the board again. Grace Leiden scores for the first time today. It's now down to 3.
And looks like they're going to get a card, so they'll be able to start with the ball and then also a player up. But doing such a better job offensively are the Riverhawks of actually working inside. This is such a great feed and a quick shot to the opposite side. Just really difficult for a goalkeeper. Just such a higher level of percentage of offensive efficiency than what we were seeing in the first half from the Riverhawks.
Leiden, known more as a passer than a scorer, led the Riverhawks entering today with 4 assists. Now she's up to 4 goals. And like you mentioned, UMass Lowell likely to start with possession again, could get it down to 2, and it hasn't been a 2-goal game since about midway through the second quarter.
I said, and this is just how so quickly this game can kind of turn. Temple really felt like they were on the cusp of kind of running away with it, but Riverhawks got some stops from their goalie Kuhn, got some turnovers, got some different possessions that then were able to start to find some things on their offensive end. So much different game here than what we were seeing earlier.
You start with possession twice already in the fourth quarter. You haven't had to win a draw yet either.
Yeah, and that's just frustrating if you're the Temple Owls. I've mentioned to you prior to the game, Coach Rosen is such a disciplinarian, someone who plays and values her team to play inside the rules. So having some of these different penalties here is definitely really frustrating for them.
So it's a non-releasable 2-minute yellow card on an member of the Owls. It's Sabrina Martin, one of the best two-way players for Temple. And again, non-releasable. So UMass Lowell scores here. You're still on the power play. You can really do some damage across 120 seconds.
That's a lot of time. And Sabrina Martin, one of the most important players on this Owls team, especially on the defense. When you're down a player, that's someone you need to have in there. So to not have her on this for this 2-minute possession is really tough.
Martin has 2 goals, 2 assists, a ground ball, and 5 draw controls. But for the next minute and a half, a few seconds more, she's on the sidelines. So if you're UMass Lowell here, are you looking to score multiple goals on this power play?
I mean, why not? Especially you only have, you have the shot clock working against you too, so you don't have a choice to be able to sit for the whole thing. So yeah, absolutely.
Leiden sends it down, swim dodge, then it's flicked up, and Brzezinski can't handle the pass. It's taken away by Temple. And if the Owls manage the ball correctly, they can completely run out this power play. And it seems like that's the choice. Emily Liberio pulled it back, but then the Owls lose it.
Those are some things that are just so frustrating. Maybe not necessarily being dialed into knowing, what's happening in the game, which is really important, understanding, what's going on, that your team is down. We're not trying to push the ball right now, and that we need to maintain this possession. But still killed a lot of time off there for the Owls, so hopefully they can continue to kill this time off and then get back to even strength.
That was turnover number 13 for Temple, which is the season average for the Owls. So they're probably going to finish with a little bit of a sloppier game than they usually do.
It has felt like a sloppy game from both sides.
Brzezinski finds herself in open space, bounces it, but it's stopped by Horoshko.
That felt like one of the biggest saves of the game so far. I said Kuhn started with some awesome stops to start the game, but this one is huge. Right down the middle, stays solid, has just really good fundamentals there, and then does a great job of, finding that ball, covering up, and then getting it cleared.
And one of Chiara Pompey's 2 goals was through the legs. She went 5-hole. That time, she was ready for it.
Yep. Nope, she sure was. I said just did a great job just staying set on her line and then seeing that shot and just getting enough of it and then being able to cover it up.
Up to 12 saves on the day, 44 on the season for Horoshko.
Said we were talking earlier about weekly honors. I think somebody else on Temple's trying to go for one as well.
Oh, yeah. So Temple turns it over, but the Owls did kill completely that 2-minute power play, a non-releasable yellow card for one of your best players, Sabrina Martin, and you escape it unscathed.
Yeah, but these unforced turnovers are just killer. Like, it's just sloppy, not taking the time to just make sure that you're seeing the ball in, that you're making the catch. Both those on the offensive side for the Owls were just unforced and just not what you want to see from your team.
At X, Schultz dumps it off to Hilbert. She's got a goal to her name today. Tosses it over to Brzezinski. Makes a run. Switches sides with her stick. And the Riverhawks pull it back. And maybe now a free possession shot coming up for UMass Lowell.
I believe that is a 3 seconds call. So Temple's been doing such a good job of getting those help slides, but sometimes just take a little bit too long to get back to your girl or get out of the 8.
Grace Leiden 2 for 3 on free position shots this season. And on her second goal of the day, she makes it a 2-goal game. The Riverhawks are storming back.
I just absolutely love that take on the 8-meter by Grace Leiden. Gets right off of the line and puts the ball on the opposite side low from Horoshko. That save is just so difficult to make, and she just absolutely pings that corner.
So she's up to 5 goals on the season, and 3 of them have come from that 8-meter. She's ready for those opportunities. And at one point, Temple was dominating in this game, led 7-1. Now, it's just a 2-goal game.